Kevin Gunn for DC Comics News, and we have a special guest today. I'm talking to a beautiful person inside and out. She is one of the stars. She's one of the stars from Community, recently The Odd Couple, but we're going to talk to her today about her role of Principal Amanda Waller on the DC Comics Girl series. Let's give a welcome for Yvette Nicole Brown. Hey, Yvette, welcome.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for taking time out to talk to me today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Okay, I was on your website the other day, and I didn't know that you started out in singing, or you were a singer.
Audition and BBD discovered me when I was a teenager, so I was in the East Coast Families. That's how I started out in music.
Okay, with ABC and Boys to Men and
Boys
all those
to Men,
folks.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Back in the day.
All right, awesome. Okay, well, congratulations on just completing your second season of The Odd Couple. I do check that out.
Thank you. Yeah, we're actually going into our third. We just finished our second and just got picked up for our third, so it's super exciting.
Awesome. That's great. And, you know, a lot of fans know you from Community on that series.
Mm-hmm.
And funny show. And, you know, even though we're DC Comics News, I know that the Russo brothers are involved with that show.
Yes, they are. They were our executive producers for our entire run on NBC. Yeah, and they're now, you know, it's a rival studio, but they're now commanding all the Avengers movies and the Captain America films. They're very, very talented.
Yeah. So have you talked to them since you know, you've got this role of Amanda Waller on DC Superhero Girls, just to get any superhero ideas from them, or?
No, I don't think that they'd give from the Marvel universe to try to help out the DC universe. I think there's a bit of a rivalry, but we're still friends, and I congratulate them on all their success. So last time I talked to them was in the last film maybe a month ago. Just made that huge number the first week, so I reached out to both of them to congratulate them, and you know they're doing well. I'm happy for them.
That's great. Do your co-stars on The Odd Couple know about your secret identity as Principal Amanda Waller?
I'm pretty sure they do. I've recorded while we were in sessions doing season 2, so I would drop out some days to go and do a session. So yeah, they're aware that I voice Principal Waller. It's pretty exciting.
And for the fans, I know we're used to seeing Amanda Waller on live action and on animated features before in more of a tough persona, and you know, sort of a hard case, but your Amanda Waller is a little bit different. Can you expand upon that some?
Well, she's still not tough. She's just more playfully stern, I would say. And this is early Amanda Waller. This is before she's, you know, gone over to the dark side and become completely tough as nails. And she's also a principal at a school, and she's trying to teach the young superheroes, how to be, you know, productive citizens and good people. And even some of the characters that will become, some would say, villains in the DC universe later, or misunderstood villains, a couple of them, they're just playful teenage girls in our series. So it's kind of the prequel to all the darkness that comes later. So that's why she's a little less gritty than the other versions. I personally can't wait to see Viola Davis play Amanda Waller
in Suicide Squad. Yeah, I can't wait for that either. Now, talk a little bit about DC Superhero Girls. I know some folks are familiar with it. I'm familiar with it. My granddaughter, hey Ivani, I'm sorry, I had to do a shout out. My granddaughter loves DC Superhero Girls. Can you talk a little bit about what the show is about?
Yeah, it's basically set in the DC universe, where all the young girls, the young women that become superheroes later, like Wonder Woman and Supergirl, they're all young kids in high school. And they're finding their way, and they make mistakes, and they're discovering their powers, and they're discovering friendships and what it means to be heroes, all together at the school. So it's really great, and we start off in little bite-sized webisodes that are available on the DC Superheroes Girls site, and then also on YouTube. And then there's also been feature-length film, and there's some other really fun things to come for all these characters. There's toys and dolls, and it's just become this huge endeavor, and that I'm so honored to be a part of.
Yeah, my granddaughter, she's 8, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
she was into some of the other dolls and everything. I said, "Well, have you seen
Yeah.
these with Supergirl and Wonder Woman and Batgirl? And don't you think
Yeah.
that's neat?"
What's
And
her favorite? Who's her favorite character?
I think her favorite is probably Supergirl. No, I take that back. Bumblebee. Bumblebee. She told me she likes
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Yeah. Yeah, Bumblebee. That's a beautiful doll. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you all do the recording sessions, do you do them separately or do you do them together?
It's all based on scheduling. I've done most of them by myself because Principal Waller is not as involved in the episodes as the superheroes are. So they can kind of bring me in and knock out my parts of the shows pretty easily. But I did work with Danica one episode, which is pretty exciting because I've been a fan of her since the Wonder Years. So it's kind of cool to get to meet her and,
Danica
be a part of
McKellar?
that.
I'm sorry.
It all depends on, people's schedules. I mean, sometimes when you do voiceovers, they'll bring everybody in, and then other times, again, depending on schedules, they'll be like, let's see. And Danica plays Killer Frost on the show.
Okay.
We did one recording session. We worked together.
Danica McKellar?
Yep, Danica McKellar.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I did not know that she played Killer Frost on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you pretty apt in the DC universe? Are you familiar with some of the characters? Were you familiar before taking on this role?
I actually, the main characters, of course, you can't grow up in America and not know, Supergirl and Wonder Woman and all that. But I haven't, I didn't really know about Harley Quinn or some of the lesser, and I mean lesser in the sense of notoriety, not in importance in the DC universe.
Of course.
There were some characters that I hadn't been introduced to yet that I'm in love with now. Where I'm like, okay, we're going with your bad self. So, and some of that literally with your bad self, but some of them are really bad people later on. But it's really sweet, I think, to see a bit of their origin stories as teenagers and why they made the decisions they make and how some of them are struggling to choose the right path.
Mm-hmm.
And some do and some don't. And that's life. That's a really good example of what life is like. So, yeah, I've been introduced to more of the DC universe through doing this role, and it's been, like I said, it's just an honor to be a part. A lot of wonderful people have played Amanda Waller through the years, and she's a iconic character, and to get to be a part of another version of her. And I think they just made her so stylish and cute. She's got a cute little business suit, and her waist is snatched, and, cute little, got her heels on. I mean, Waller is killing it in this. So it's really, really an honor all across the board.
Oh, wow. So you were talking about the DC Universe. Did you have to do any research on Amanda Waller and some of the other characters before you played Waller, or?
Well, I mean, I think that any actor, if you're smart, you do a little research. If it's a small role where you're coming in and say, here's your coffee, or the doctor will see you now, you probably don't have to. But when you're embodying a character that has been in a lot of different comics and stories, and everyone knows what she looks like and who she is, you probably should take a little time to find out a little bit about her. So yeah, I read up on her, but I was already aware of her because also as a black woman, there have not been a lot of black characters in comics, so it's really easy to pay attention to the amazing ones that pop up. You know what I mean? So yeah, so there's that.
And this isn't your first time doing voiceover work. I know that there were, I think, a couple of episodes of Community where you did some voiceover work. And what about other animation shows? Have you done those prior to this?
Oh yeah, I feel like I've done just about every animation show there is now. I've been very blessed. I did 4 years on Pound Puppies for Hasbro when they brought that back. Mm-hmm. I've now done a Scooby-Doo, a Tom and Jerry. I'm making my rounds. I've done a few Family Guy episodes. I've got a couple of really fun things that I can't speak about yet because animation is so far in advance. I have to wait until they release. There's one thing in particular coming up that's I'm leaking out. My inner nerd is dying. Then I'm also on the Disney show called Elena of Avalor, which is coming out this year, and I play a character named Luna. And she's a mix of a jaguar and a bird, so she's a jacqueline. And we get to sing on that show, and it's going to be on Disney, and it's super great. So I've been very blessed in the shows I've been able to be a part of, and I really like voiceover because you don't have to get dressed up and you can go with your hair in a scarf or wearing a baseball cap, and it's really all about how you make your voice sing, literally and figuratively. And I love that it's very specific talent that you have to do it. And everyone involved, everyone that does it is just lovely, and it's just been an amazing blessing.
Okay, well, I know your time is short, so real quick, I wanted to ask you, let's see how well you know some of your super students. So,
good luck, everybody. Good luck.
I'm going to give you some superlatives, like in high school, like in a yearbook. So I thought of these, and let's see. Who would you call, this is probably going to be an easy one, class clown?
Harley Quinn.
Of course. All right. Most shy?
Ooh, most shy. That's a tough one. Because there's been a couple of characters that have been a little shy starting out. Supergirl-ish? She's not really sure of powers in the beginning, so I'm going to go with her, but I'm probably wrong.
Okay, these are yours. You can just...
Oh, okay, I'm going with Supergirl. I'm thinking she's not too sure of herself.
Okay. All right. Most athletic?
Oh, Wonder Woman.
All right. Smartest?
Smartest. There's different types of smarts. I'm going to go with Katana.
Okay. Most likely to succeed?
Oh, most likely to succeed. I kind of got to go with Wonder Woman, too. She's got a really strong work ethic.
Okay.
I like Let me give it to Batgirl. I think it's going to be Wonder Woman, but I'll give it to Batgirl.
All right. And before I give you the last one, most flirtatious?
Oh, most flirtatious. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, Poison Ivy?
Okay. Yeah, I would say that Poison Ivy currently, in her adult persona is probably most flirtatious. I don't know about in this version of her, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and lastly, most likely to take over the world.
Good way or bad way?
Bad way.
Oh, bad way?
Yes.
Harley Quinn, but I kind of want to go with in a good way. I just want to shout out my girl Bumblebee, so I'm just going to say Bumblebee for in a good way.
Okay.
But definitely Harley Quinn in a good way.
All right.
100%.
Now, I know you were talking before I asked about the superlatives. You're working on some other projects that you can't talk about. Can you say whether or not it's a DC property?
No, I can't say whether it is or isn't, but that doesn't mean that it is or isn't.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I really can't say anything about it. It's so funny to me. I'm big on social media, and I tweet about everything. My shows, other people's shows, everybody, who I'm voting for. I just tweet about everything. And I thankfully, it was actually Elena of Avalor when I did that a year ago. I pulled into the recording session, and they had like a little chalkboard with Elena of Avalor, and I took a picture of it. And thankfully, I went and asked the producers when I went in, "Can I tweet this?" They're like, "No." So I realized that was the first time I realized that each network or studio or movie, whatever, they want to announce who's a part of their project, and they don't want to get the word out too soon. Okay. So it's really. I'm not trying to be secretive. It's just I don't want to lose my job.
I understand.
So it's great, and it's going to be out in about a year. I'll be able to tell you what it is in about a year.
Okay, I will hold you to that promise. I'll look you up in about a year and say, hey, let's talk to Yvette.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much again for talking with us, Yvette Nicole Brown. You are wonderful.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you so much.
And if there's anything we can do for you in the future, please follow us. I know you mentioned you're involved in social media. We have a Tumblr site, a Twitter site, a Facebook following, and all that good stuff. So please look for us, and we'll be posting this story probably tomorrow.
Awesome. I'll find you on all of them. Thank you so much, Kevin.
All right. Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We're DC.